Once upon a time, in a kingdom ruled by fear, there was one knight who never removed his helmet. He fought in every war, saved entire villages from burning, and people all across the land told stories about him. But no one ever saw his face. Some said he was cursed. Others said he wasn't even human. One day, during the final battle against a neighboring kingdom, his helmet cracked. The king, who had never seen the man's face, leaned in to get a closer look. And when he did, he whispered, "By the gods, it's her." It was the princess they buried 10 years ago. Every single night, she would take off her crown and put on a helmet. Every morning, she would wake up before the sun and sneak out of the castle to train with the royal guard. She learned how to fight with a sword and shield, how to ride a horse and shoot an arrow. She learned everything there was to learn about being a knight. When the neighboring kingdom attacked, she was the only one who volunteered to go to war. She led the charge, fighting bravely and fiercely, her horse whinnying as it ran through the field. But as the battle raged on, rocks and dirt flew through the air, hitting her helmet and making it crack. When the king saw her face, he was shocked. "I thought you were dead," he said, reaching out to touch her cheek, but she pulled away. "I am not a princess," she said, her voice cold and hard as marble. "I am a warrior." Then she got back on her horse and rode off to finish the battle. The king stood there watching her go, his heart breaking. He knew that what she had done was to protect her people, just like her mother had done before. He also knew that she wasn't the cold, heartless warrior she pretended to be, because underneath that armor was the kindest, bravest soul he had ever known. That night, after the war was over and everyone was celebrating, she took off her armor and threw it in a corner. Then she went to the king and asked him for a task. "You have fought bravely and with honor," the king said. "Ask and you shall receive. Then I want you to tell my story," she said, "so that everyone will know that even a princess can become a warrior if she has to." And that is exactly what the king did. From that day on, whenever a princess was born, she would sneak out of the castle and train to become a warrior, just like her mother, the strongest knight the kingdom had ever known.